Okay, I love mangoes. I love them, love them, love them. They're loaded with vitamin A, K, C. They're rich in beta carotene, which can lower your risk of cancer. They're good for your heart, digestion, reduces inflammation, and they're rich in folate. They are carb heavy, around 50 grams of mango, so if you eat one of these, I like to go for a run. But the one thing that drives me nuts is it's almost impossible to get ripe, ready to eat mangoes straight from the grocery store. Now, you can toss them in a paper bag to ripen them up quicker. The bag will hold the ethylene gas without trapping moisture, which helps them kind of ripen up. That's traditionally what I do. Or you can pickle your mangoes, and it's a super tasty snack. It's incredibly easy. I'm gonna use these pickled mangoes to make some tacos for lunch, but you can use them on top of like a bowl, a salad. I mean, they even go really great as like a topping on sushi as a fish replacement if you're into that kind of thing. But before I pickle the mangoes, like I said, I'm gonna make some tacos. I'm gonna be doing a tofu taco. I know I'm gonna lose the beef people here, but hear me out. It's not gonna hurt to try something new. This comes out really good. You might actually enjoy it. Actually, I think you would enjoy it. Do something a little different every now and then. First, all you need to do is throw some drained, firm tofu into a bowl and crumble it up. I mean, really, tofu is just kind of like a cheese. It's made the same way as cheese by separating curds and whey. It just happens to be curds and whey of a soybean, which is just a bean like any other legume. And I'm just gonna season it with about a tablespoon of tomato paste, tablespoon of soy sauce, and a pinch of salt. Now I'm just gonna throw this onto a parchment paper lined baking sheet, toss into a 350-degree preheated oven for around 20 minutes, which is plenty of time for today's sponsor. Did you know that your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality? If you commonly wake up too hot or too cold, I suggest you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. I live in Florida and our bedroom gets really hot all year long. Miracle Made's sheets are inspired by NASA and used silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. And because the sheets are infused with silver, that actually prevents up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them stay cleaner and fresher 3 times longer than other sheets, which is better for your skin. Bacteria can clog your pores, causing breakouts and acne. I mean, after these, I am done sleeping on bacteria sheets. They're so comfortable. And I'll tell you, we have been sleeping on these for a few months now, and they are luxuriously comfortable. You get the comfort of what's used in 5-star hotels, but without the high price tag of other luxury brands. So gang, go to trymiracle.com/SauceStache to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40% off. And use my promo code SauceStache at checkout and you're gonna get 3 free towels and an extra 20% off. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiraclemade.com/SauceStache and use code SauceStache to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/SauceStache to treat yourself. Miracle Made, thanks for sponsoring today's video and for the incredible night's sleep. I love these sheets. Okay, now we're back. The tofu's drying out. Let's get these pickled mangoes going. You can see I did that first because that's how fast this is gonna be. So I like to slice my mangoes down the sides around the seeds into 2 halves. So I start here in the top middle, long way of the mango, and then dive down until I feel the seed. Now this is a firm, fresh, but not ripe mango, so it is a little firm. Feel like, did I lose a lot of it? Yeah, I did. So there was definitely a lot left over there, but that's okay. We'll have these little extra bits all onto our own. Just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Start at the top until you hit the seed, then work your way around the seed. Boom. Now we have 2 halves. Now you can slice off some of this extra bits here, which, you know, we're gonna do just for fun. Boom. And these mangoes are like the perfect ripeness. Like they're just perfect. So I cut them in half, and then once they're cut in half, you can cut them in half again, but then I just fillet them right against the skin. Be careful. And then boom. You got yourself a nice mango wedge. Now, if you want, you can fillet this just a little bit deeper. If the mango's ripe, this fillet will come off super easy. But that's a great little snack right there. We're not gonna pickle this part. And then repeat. We have a mango tree right down at the end of our street, but that mango tree is already through season and somebody came and cleared all the mangoes off. A little bit of a bummer. It's kind of like the neighborhood mango tree, but sometimes people come in that are from outside the neighborhood. They bring their little mango grabbers. Drives me a little nuts. I feel like it's stealing almost. These mangoes are actually perfect for pickling. Just perfect. Now I'm gonna slice these into little spears, probably slicing each quarter into maybe 3. So now let's make the pickling broth. It's gonna be really easy, just like a lot of pickling broths. We're gonna use some vinegar and water. I'm gonna have a saucepan on the stove and I'm gonna add 1 cup of water to a 1/4 cup of white vinegar and a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Now you can use any combination of vinegar here. I like the apple cider vinegar because of the flavor. I wouldn't use all apple cider vinegar because then it might be too sweet. Wouldn't use all white vinegar because then you're gonna lose a little bit of that flavor. So a nice combination is good. You can also try like a white wine vinegar with apple cider vinegar or white wine vinegar and regular straight vinegar. So any combination is gonna work to get you to that 1/2 cup of vinegar. Now we just need 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar. Bring to a boil, turn off the heat. I'm gonna toss all the spears into some mason jars. Now I'm splitting this up into 2 because we're gonna make a plain one and then we're gonna make like a flavored one. Try to make sure there's enough space in each one. Now in the one we're just gonna do a little spicy. I'm just gonna add some crushed red pepper flakes. Then we just need to pour over the brine. Boom, and that is it. I mean, this all went together super quick. I have no idea where my other lids went. Now these are gonna sit for about 2 hours. The beef's gonna cook for, like I said, 20 minutes. We can pull that out, just let that kind of dry out, and then we'll start making our tacos a little bit later, closer to lunch. Okay, it's about 1 o'clock. I left these just kind of dry out in the hot oven. You can see we have some crispy tofu. Now, I know what you're thinking. This doesn't resemble meat of any kind, but it will, it will. Right now it's chewy and gummy, and it's not great. But let me show you something. I'm just gonna take this dehydrated tofu and toss it into a bowl. I'm just gonna add maybe like a touch of olive oil and some seasonings I would like. These like taco meat. So just a little chili powder. Now I always eye everything up and people get mad at me, but you know, I really do feel like that's something you should practice on. We're not baking. It doesn't have to be exact. Now I know that I like a little bit of the chili powder, a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of cayenne pepper, just a touch, just for the spice. I like more of the garlic powder. There's gonna be a little bit more than the other seasonings. And then even more of the cumin. So even more of that versus everything else. The cumin's what is going to be the majority of the seasoning. Now I also have a pinch of Mexican oregano. Blop. Just gonna put that on there. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of water and start kind of mixing this together until it all breaks back apart, because right now it's these big like crunchy sheets. Why did I just dehydrate the tofu to turn around and rehydrate it? Well, that kind of makes it chewy, gives it like more of a meat, ground beef kind of texture and consistency. It really does, it works really well. It's a cool trick. So I'm gonna get a pan hot on the stove with a bit of olive oil and chop up an onion real fine, just maybe 1/4 of an onion, toss that in the olive oil, let that cook for just a moment, and then we'll toss the tofu in, let that cook together, and then we'll start making our tacos and use those pickled mangoes. So we're just gonna throw together the tacos. This meat came out awesome. I mean, just awesome. I know this isn't a tofu meat video, but it should be. So I'm just going to throw these together. Or squeeze a little bit of lime juice on our avocado. Now the star of the show, we're gonna open up both of these. I'm so excited for Monica to try this. She's waiting patiently off camera here, just right over here. Boom, look at these pickled mangoes. So here we go. Here is our tacos with our pickled mangoes. Let's bring Monica in. Look at that. Monster mangoes. First, we gotta try the mangoes. So here is, I'm gonna just let you, it's a spicy mango. I'll grab myself a fork. Really, that's the taste test today, is just the pickled mangoes.
That's really interesting.
Right?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, it's kind of got this like sweet and salty flavor with
Yeah.
a little bit of a kick.
Yeah, a little bit of a kick.
I think it's good.
Super good. When you get done with that, try a regular one. Now, these were not like overly ripe mangoes. These were like fresh mangoes. Do you like it? Like you kind of have like a face.
No, I love it. It's very good.
I love like just the regular ones.
Okay.
Ooh, there it goes.
Try to get it from like the middle here. Those are the non-spicy ones.
That's non-spicy.
Those are good too. I kind of like the spicy better.
Yeah, the spicy's really good. Walker. Yeah, so now this is just for fun. Let's have a taco. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's like you don't even need a salsa.
I love this in the taco. Like
I know.
the taco meat, and then the mango kind of also reminds me a little bit of like a taco meat in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it adds like an extra element to it.
This is like really flavorful. Honestly, the mango kind of could double as like a fish taco in a weird way.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and it just tastes like all these flavors together taste really good.
That's it, baby. That's lunch.
That's awesome. This is so good.
You want this one? Okay.